Now a give, right side. Dobbins. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On play action, they'll throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. He's going to launch, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a gain of 35. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about it in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
You better be ready. Don't be scared.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Dalvin Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Jets take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off, Byron Jones. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week, you got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Jets take over 1st and 10
Go!
at their own 21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Everyone, we got 4 down.
Second and 10. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. First and 10.
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Watch the curl. Bravo. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. There we go.
They'll look to throw here. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
That's another Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
30 pace. Let's go.
Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Cook running right. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. Echo.
They'll set up a throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And it's a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And they are going for it. Darnold. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 12 yards on the return that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And, he took them in one-handed. What a grab. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
I got it. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Dalvin Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air. But the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards on the quick slant and a first down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Undercrunch. 80. Lucky.
On first down, Dobbins. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Mike 54. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full streak.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And Woods has it complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Let's go.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards.
Check 56. That's what I do.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Sam Darnold, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Dolphins take over first and 10. Let's go. 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Second and 6. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
53 is the mic.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw is Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Darnold. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Darnold. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now it's Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a big play there for Miami. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Let's go, baby.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they get nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Dolphins on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Darnold. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Darnold now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
We got 4.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Darnold, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. 30, 20, 10.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turn.